everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm putting together because I put up a little thing on Snapchat and I asked you guys to vote, would you want to watch it? And quite a few of you said yes. So what I'm going to be doing is taking you through my experience with getting my eyebrows re-tattooed. I've obviously had them done before, and I know the proper word for it isn't really tattoo, but the marketed term is usually feather touch brow tattoo or something along those sort of lines. And I also got lip blush tattoos done as well. So I currently don't have any makeup on my lips and I don't have any makeup in my eyebrows. For me, I feel like it's not a super invasive or weird or anything kind of procedure, and I actually think it's kind of cool because if you follow me for a while or you follow my Instagram, you know I love tattoos. So yeah, I thought I would just share like the steps and some before pictures and all of that sort of thing. So I'll try and pop up some before videos here of my eyebrows beforehand. So I'd had them tattooed before, but they'd started to fade off. It had been about 6 or 7 months since I had them done, so they were definitely, you know, fading away for sure, because, you know, with the amount of times that you wash your face and all that sort of stuff, plus the skin cell turnover rate on your face is pretty high anyway. Never had my lips tattooed before, but I thought it would be cool just to give it a go, because Mel was like, oh, do you want to get your lips done as well? And I was like, yes I do. I feel like I was so regularly applying like a rosy tinted lip balm anyway that I was like, may as well do it. Okay, so I'll start off by talking about the eyebrow tattoo. So the eyebrows, obviously I'd done them a couple of times before and I knew what to expect. When you first get your eyebrows tattooed, you have to get them done. And when I say tattoo, it's not like a tattoo with a gun. It's actually this little scalpel type thing, and they do individual lines. So it actually looks like lines in your eyebrow rather than just like a solid block. So the first time I got that done was about a year ago now. Like I said, this was my third time. So I had a year ago, then about 6 months ago, and again just a couple of weeks ago. I'm just getting real casual here, just leaning up all over the bed. But anyway, with the eyebrows, so when I got them done, they only take, oh, it's not even that long. I swear it's like an hour and a half, something like that. I saw Melissa. So Melissa is who did my eyebrows last time. She was at a different studio though, but I've obviously used the same technician, just followed her to a newer studio. Melissa Mayugi, I believe, is the Instagram tag. I will find it. I will put it on the screen and you guys can go check her out, especially if you're from Brisbane. Definitely worth seeing her. She's very, very good. So with the eyebrows, what they do first is they put some numbing cream on your brows and then put cling wrap on. Cling wrap does help numbing cream work a little bit better. And then what we did is, so we had that obviously first, and then she knew the shape that I like my eyebrows, so she was just going to do them again over the top. If she doesn't, well, if any cosmetic tattoo artist doesn't know the shape of your brows, they'll go and like stencil them in. It can look a bit funny when they do that, but it's just to give them a good template so they know exactly what sort of shape that you're going for. Then what they usually do is go and start adding the lines into your brows, and then they fill it with ink, and then they remove the ink. I'm probably saying some of this wrong, but I have video footage, so I'll put that over the top anyway if I haven't already started doing that. Brows doesn't take very long. I remember the first time I got it done, it was like a little bit of a shock because it's a different sensation to what I'm used to. You know, when you expect a tattoo, you're expecting a certain kind of sensation, but this was different. It doesn't, I wouldn't say it hurts because I was fine. It's just weird that you can hear it a little bit, which is strange. With brow tattoos, they're normally, because it's not super painful and it is so shallow into the skin, it doesn't go as deep as like a regular tattoo. You still have to apply bepanthen or some kind of post-tattoo cream a couple of times a day just to make sure it doesn't go flaky or anything on you. Mine didn't flake, didn't peel, anything like that. Again, not like a normal tattoo. So I just kept applying bepanthen to them a couple of times a day and they just healed up on their own, maybe 3 or 4 days. Definitely love the time that I save from not having to draw my eyebrows on every day, that's for sure, because on a regular day, especially where I live, like I don't wear makeup all the time. Like I'll wear makeup to film or I have to go somewhere important or whatever, but usually I'm just barefaced, so it's good to actually have eyebrows because my brows go quite thin towards the end. Like they have quite an arch in them and then very thin. When I get the brow tattoos done, I get them filled out a little bit through the tail and extended a little bit because the tail of mine is naturally quite short. Okay, so for the lip tattoos, again, she also applies a little bit of numbing cream beforehand. I mean, it depends on you whether you want to get that on or not, because numbing cream is so superficial that it only really goes through the first layer of skin, I feel like, anyway. I feel like it doesn't do a whole heap. But getting the lip tattoos done, I managed to get some footage, but then I actually, like, I fell asleep. I fell asleep getting my lips tattooed. The lip ones are a little bit different. It is actually a gun that gets used. So what we did is Mel gave me a lip liner pencil and she was like, okay, go outline your lips where you would normally, you know, draw a lip line pencil. And then she came back in and just like touched up any little bits, and that gave her the border to work with. She started and did the border first, and then she went and filled them in a few times. So you have to build it up over a couple of layers. And I think I survived the second layer and then I was asleep after that. So the look that it's meant to give is just a slightly more blushed color to your lips. It's meant to be very natural, unless of course you request for it to be quite bright. When you get it done, it starts off, so as soon as she's done it, it looks so crazy. Like, it was so bright, and like, because my eyebrows were so dark because they were fresh, and then my lips were so bright, I was like, I look like Miranda sings. But the brightness, as you can see, it sort of faded over the next couple of days, and your lips do peel. Well, I mean, not everybody, but my lips peeled. That was the awkward part. And also, a tattoo on your lips, you can't really, it makes, I don't know, the first day, like, eating was a little bit weird. I was like, oh, you know, is it super sensitive or anything like that? Skin got a little bit dry, so I had to constantly be putting bepanthen on, almost like it was lip balm. So I stayed home the day after I got all of that done, and yeah, it was just like constantly putting bepanthen on my lips like it was a lip balm. Now these still aren't quite done. I have to go back in a couple of weeks' time for the proper touch-up of them, just to make sure that any pigment, if it fell out and it shouldn't have fallen out, that's, you know, still in there and everything, just to make sure the color is exactly how I want it. Okay, some general tips to, I guess, live by when it comes to facial tattoos. Don't skimp out on the price. You don't want to go to an incredibly cheap artist just to save some money. This is your face, like this is your face that you're getting tattooed. Second thing is, don't bother wearing makeup. I'm sure some people would go in wearing makeup. Don't even bother with it, because you'll come out with almost none on anyway. They have to clear the area and make sure that everything is, you know, hygienic, of course, because you don't want to get makeup and everything, and plus it makes the area easier to work with if you don't bother wearing makeup when you turn up. Next thing, if you are getting lips tattooed, bring some concealer and maybe like a brush or a beauty blender or whatever to touch up. Because you're getting a tattoo on your lips, there can be that little bit of like overspray from the tattoo gun. So when I left, I forgot to bring, like, I didn't realize I needed to bring like concealer or anything like that, and I left with like, it was like pink stains all around here. It looked like I'd put on red lipstick and just like rubbed it like crazy to try and get it off, and then like put more red lipstick on. But of course it was like the fresh tattoos and then just like the kind of pinky spray. I guess it depends on your personal pain level, but for me they weren't painful at all. Like, I actually found them quite easy, and in fact, you know, falling asleep rather while I was getting my lips tattooed as well. So lips took a little bit longer, by the way. So they took about, it was between 2.5 hours, so that's probably why I fell asleep. With brow and lip tattoos, apparently lip tattoos can last a little bit longer. Again, depends on your personal cell turnover rate, I guess. For eyebrows, I personally would recommend getting them done every 6 months, because after 6 months they start to have faded, and when you're doing like a full face of makeup, you'll find yourself filling them in anyway, because they just don't look as full as they did before. So I find that 6 months is a good mark, and it just means that most of the time you're saving time and actual makeup product, and you're not having to fill in your brows all the time. So anyway, I thought I would just make a video on the experiences and, you know, how it happens and all that sort of thing, because you guys said you wanted to watch that on Snapchat, so this is why we're here. This is why this video was made for you guys. If you have any other questions, I might have missed something, like I've probably missed something. I'm so flustered today, I've just been running all around the place. So if I have missed something, or if you have a question, feel free to drop me a comment below. I'll try and get back to you guys, or someone else in the comments may also know, so they might be able to answer it for you. But I hope you're all doing really well. I hope you've had a lovely day, and I'll catch you all in my next video. Bye!